Money is one of the most important forces in our lives, yet most of us were never taught how it truly works. Not how to earn it, not how to invest it, and most importantly, not how to think about it. That is exactly why The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel is not a book about finance. It's a book about behavior, because money doesn't move based on spreadsheets alone. It moves based on emotions, fear, greed, patience, ego, and timing. Two people can read the same financial book, hear the same advice, invest in the same market, and still end up in completely different places. Why? Because money is not just about numbers. It's about how you behave when numbers change. This book begins with a powerful truth. People do not make financial decisions based on facts. They make decisions based on their personal experiences. And personal experience is a terrible teacher. Think about it. Someone who grew up during a financial crisis will fear debt. Someone who grew up during a booming economy will see risk as opportunity. Both believe they are right. Both are acting rationally and from their point of view. But reality doesn't care about your past. It only reacts to your decisions. That's why Morgan Housel says there is no such thing as universal financial advice. What works for one person may destroy another. The goal is not to copy someone else's strategy. The goal is to understand yourself, because the biggest risk in finance is not market crashes. It's copying a strategy you can't emotionally survive. One of the most misunderstood ideas about money is the definition of wealth. Most people think wealth is something you can see. Luxury cars, big houses, expensive watches, status. But that's not wealth. That's spending. Real wealth is what you don't see. It's the money you didn't spend. It's the choices you didn't have to explain to anyone. It's the ability to walk away. Wealth is freedom. Freedom to wake up without anxiety. Freedom to leave a toxic job. Freedom to say no to things that don't align with your values. Ironically, the people who look the richest often have the least freedom. They're trapped maintaining an image. They earn to spend. They work to impress. They save nothing because everything goes into appearances. The book explains that society rewards visibility, but money rewards invisibility. The quiet saver will always outperform the loud spender over time, and time is the most powerful force in money. This brings us to one of the most important ideas in the entire book: compounding. Compounding is often called the eighth wonder of the world, but most people misunderstand it. They think compounding is about intelligence. It's not. It's about patience. Warren Buffett didn't become one of the richest people on earth because he made perfect decisions. He became wealthy because he stayed invested for decades. More than 90% of his wealth came after the age of 50, not because he suddenly became smarter, but because compounding finally had enough time to work. Most people fail financially not because they make bad decisions, but because they quit too early. They want fast results. They panic during downturns. They chase trends instead of consistency. They underestimate how powerful boring behavior can be: slow, steady, consistent. These traits don't look impressive on social media, but they win in real life. Another major lesson in the book is the role of luck and risk. We love stories of success, but we often ignore the role of randomness. Every successful person benefited from some amount of luck. Every failure was hit by some form of risk. Ignoring luck makes us arrogant. Ignoring risk makes us reckless. Housel explains that outcomes don't always reflect effort or intelligence. Sometimes they reflect timing. Being in the right place at the right time matters more than we want to admit. But acknowledging luck doesn't mean giving up control. It means staying humble. And humility keeps you in the game longer. The goal of money is not to win big once. It's to stay alive financially. Survival matters more than brilliance. Because if you survive long enough, opportunities repeat. Markets recover. Trends change. But if you're wiped out once, you're done. That's why risk management is more important than chasing maximum returns. The best investors don't aim for the highest profit. They aim for the longest survival. They leave room for error. They avoid ruin at all costs. Another powerful idea from the book is the concept of enough. Most people never define what enough means to them, so they keep chasing more. More money, more status, more comparison. But without a stopping point, there is no satisfaction. The problem is not ambition. The problem is unlimited ambition. People who never learn when to stop often take risks that destroy everything they built. History is full of people who were extremely wealthy until greed pushed them one step too far. Enough is realizing that the goal of money is not domination, it's peace. The book also explains why people with high income still live paycheck to paycheck, because income does not create wealth. Savings do. What matters is not how much you earn, but how much you keep. Someone earning less but saving consistently will always outperform someone earning more, but spending everything. This is uncomfortable truth, because it means discipline matters more than talent, and discipline is not glamorous. One of the most dangerous beliefs about money is that intelligence guarantees success. It doesn't. Some of the smartest people in the world have gone bankrupt. Why? Because intelligence often comes with overconfidence. Smart people take complex risks. Simple people stick to simple rules. And simple rules, followed consistently, win. Another key idea in the book is the difference between being rich and being wealthy. Being rich is current income. Being wealthy is stored freedom. Being rich is visible. Being wealthy is quiet. Society celebrates the first, but the second is what actually matters. Morgan Housel also talks about how narratives shape financial decisions. People don't react to data, they react to stories. Markets move not because of numbers, but because of expectations. Fear spreads faster than facts. Confidence collapses faster than logic. That's why emotional control is more valuable than technical skill. If you can stay calm when others panic, you already have an advantage. The book emphasizes that success with money requires accepting uncertainty. You will never feel fully safe. You will never have perfect information. You will never eliminate risk completely. Waiting for certainty is a guaranteed way to miss opportunities. Instead, successful people plan for uncertainty. They build margins of safety. They expect things to go wrong. And when they do, they survive. Another deep lesson is that long-term thinking beats short-term brilliance. Short-term wins feel exciting. Long-term consistency feels boring. But boredom is powerful. The most successful financial strategies look unimpressive in the short run. They don't produce viral screenshots. They don't make headlines. But they quietly work. The book also explains how comparison is one of the fastest ways to destroy financial happiness. You will always find someone richer, always someone ahead, always someone winning faster. Comparing your journey to others creates endless dissatisfaction. The only comparison that matters is with your past self. Money is personal, your goals are unique, your timeline is different. Chasing someone else's finish line will leave you exhausted and empty. One of the strongest messages in the psychology of money is that financial success has little to do with IQ. It has everything to do with behavior, patience, humility, self-control, consistency. These traits don't show up on resumes, but they determine outcomes. Money rewards calm minds, not emotional ones. In the end, the book teaches that money is not about impressing others. It's not about luxury. It's not about comparison. Money is a tool to shape your life, a tool to control your time, a tool to reduce stress. The ultimate goal of money is not to make you feel superior. It's to give you options. Options to live on your own terms. Options to walk away. Options to choose peace over pressure. And that is the real wealth. Not the number in your bank account, but the freedom that number gives you. That is the true message of The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. Money doesn't change who you are. It reveals you. And when you understand that, you stop chasing money for ego and start using it to build a life you don't need to escape from.